Yes, you read the title correctly. MoistCr1TiKaL lost to Sneako. They talked for 2 hours and MoistCr1TiKaL came out looking worse than when he was coming in. People are spreading some misinformation after their debate, saying that Sneako owned him so hard he's gonna quit the internet and the podcast, but that wasn't the case at all. They were just lying. The only reason Penguinz0 even lost the debate is because immediately after the debate, he was backtracking some of this stuff, and he didn't really even post the debate like the other one he had with Sneako. And Sneako low-key autism debate bro baited him into a bad position. While Sneako was defending child marriage, people thought MoistCr1TiKaL was defending child mutilation.
You can get therapy, you can go through the process of making that decision. I thought that's what it was. I thought he was just speaking in hyperbole with the dick cutting off shit. I thought that's what we were talking about. And then if you decide that's the path you want to take, it is your body, you can do that. You can make that decision once you become of age to make a decision like that. I just don't understand how it got so muddled. Half of the conversation was hyperbole, and apparently that one was literal.
The reason I even say he quote-unquote lost is because he was that distraught after the debate, and Sneako was defending child marriage. It's not a very hard position to fight, in my opinion.
Baba Bowie.
WestJett.
What is up, Bob Ross and Mr. Who's the Boss? WestJett 615, Venezuelan trillionaire here, and today we're talking about MoistCr1TiKaL and Sneako. Oh, and literally 0% of you are subscribed, so be sure to subscribe. Yeah. And just to be abundantly clear, when I say that Penguinz0 lost, I don't mean that Sneako won. Don't twist my words here. Sneako's positions were horrible.
Globally, like, do you think it is okay for, I'm not talking about just you specifically anymore, anyone, do you think it's okay for anyone in their 20s, an adult, to marry a 15 or 16-year-old?
A 21-year-old, if there was a marriage where the father consented and the daughter consented, and it was both good on both families and they wanted to do it, why am I going to get involved? Why should we get the government involved?
Don't shoot the messenger, but I find it funny how everyone's about protecting the kids until it actually comes to protecting the kids with the law, and they're like, ew, get the government out of here.
Even get back a little bit, do you think there's not a problem with a child being with an adult?
Okay. We haven't even agreed upon what a child and an adult is.
I think that's the point of age, you know, it makes it easier to know how old somebody is, just, you know, shocker, but that's...
You keep saying that it's 18.
Under 18 is child.
And I'm telling you, that's not even the definition of the word.
What is the number? It needs to be a number, or else you can do the same thing.
I just told you there's not a number.
Yeah, the only number is the number of years in prison if you make a mistake, Sneako.
Do you see why that's a problem?
No.
If there's no defined... So why can't a 12-year-old marry an 18-year-old?
Because most 12-year-olds haven't gone through puberty yet. And most 12-year-olds...
What if, as you just said, it changes. What if a 12-year-old went through puberty early, the parents consent, the 18-year-old and the parents consent? Can they do it?
Most likely that's not going to happen. You know why? Because Islamically...
This is like the easiest debate to end. As soon as you hear somebody mention a religion, you go, brother, not everybody believes in that religion. Why should everybody adhere to Islamic values? critikal had the easiest dunk and he missed it.
We're not talking most likely. Just say it.
If the families have consented, the kid is mature, the kid is ready. Why should I stop it?
At 12 years old. At 12 years old.
If the kid is physically mature, the parents consent, both parties are happy.
A 12-year-old being physically mature.
If that's the only line that actually makes sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. How is a 12-year-old mature? Did they get their freaking Infernape to level 100 and they're good to go all of a sudden? Like, no.
Again, I don't think a 14-year-old can ever be physically mature.
Mm-hmm. Even though they literally can. Even though they literally can.
Funnily enough, Sneako transitioned from a red pill guy to a big Islam guy, and I did my due diligence, which probably put me on a watch list. The Middle East apparently has no set age of consent, so basically he's arguing that North America should become the Middle East. Now, I respect other countries, their rules and regulations, and I'm not going to critique them because I value my life, but nevertheless, I don't think that's how the world works. Different places have different people and different rules. That's like saying that everywhere should have laws regarding circumcision because Judaism has it. You can have your religion's quirks and features, but you can't go around pushing them on other people who aren't part of that religion, you get it? Anyway, I just had to get Sneako's position out to show you how bad MoistCr1TiKaL fumbled.
Do you believe that somebody can go through hormone therapy? Can they change their gender if they're a child?
I think that's totally fine as long as everyone is consenting, as you agree with.
It's like a dark path. It doesn't have to be these two options, guys. You don't have to pick a side. What's going on?
Okay, so as long as everyone...
If your parents are okay with it and you are okay with it, I think that's totally a familial decision to make. Yeah.
Okay, so a child can cut their penis off and take hormone blockers and change their biology forever, but they can't get married?
Oh, that's a decision that now extends beyond the family, because now you're bringing in a different party.
As opposed to what? A different gender? Doesn't make any sense.
So if you have someone that's your age coming in saying, I want to marry that child, I don't think that can happen under any circumstance.
So,
no.
But it's still a personal decision. You're still deciding.
Because there's
take the other party out of the equation.
It's
a personal decision. If I'm 16 and I personally want to marry this girl, she's beautiful. She's 21 years old. Her family wants to do it. My family wants to do it. You're saying I can't do that. We're both consenting. I'm ready to go. I'm physically mature, but I'm not allowed to marry because Moist says that woman's a pile. But if then the next day I leave it, I'm depressed, I want to cut my penis off, I can go right into the clinic, snip it off, and start taking HRT like Chris Tyson. That's a society that makes sense to you?
It is. I believe everyone has I believe everyone has the right to do with their body what they want to do.
MoistCr1TiKaL uploaded a video with a comical title defending himself, but he never played any of the clips that made him look bad. He only played the clips that made Sneako look bad, so I thought that was a little disingenuous. He did address what he said and said it was a miscommunication, misunderstanding, but he never actually played the full clip, which is very odd indeed.
When you're 16, you can go change your gender, but you can't get married? Why is that?
That's I don't know. I feel like that's a pretty obvious question.
No, it's not. It's not. See, if you cut your penis off, like Chris and Mr. Beast,
dude came out of nowhere for that one. What the hell?
If you cut your penis off, that is a life-altering decision. You can't glue it back on. You can get divorced if you get married. This is a commitment that you're taking. A child, based off of the liberal point of view that you believe in, they can have gender surgery. They can change forever.
Easy as that, baby. You heard it here first, folks. Every liberal wants to transition kids, and every conservative wants to marry them. Case closed. Let me get something straight here. I also feel really bad for MoistCr1TiKaL because in no way has he ever said he was a master debater. He's just a dude who talks with a camera.
I am not a debater. I've never claimed to be one. I never want to be a debater. I've always said that I believe conversations are the most productive because debates always devolve into what side can score the most points.
Which is why you'll never see me get on a podcast and debate someone online. There's no reason to do it, that I think he sort of got swindled into it. He didn't know.
I thought this was a conversation between him and I, not this kind of debate show that he was putting on for his audience. There is nothing in our DMs that indicated that's where it was going. When I joined the call, he asked if I was going to record it, to which I said, I can if he wants me to, but I was also down to just talk.
I feel bad for critikal because he's a dude that covers drama, and a bunch of internet started like idolizing his opinion as if he was actually Jesus. Even if he was Jesus Christ, why would you take his opinion on like trans surgeries? What does he know about that? It's the same thing with Asmongold. Y'all gotta stop idolizing these YouTubers. Dude got cockroaches in his room. He's an entertainer. He's not some sort of like beacon of truth. As far as I've seen, MoistCr1TiKaL doesn't have an ego either. He admits he lost. He had a really bad argument about sports. I'm gonna play it right now.
He and his family, she and that family is making that decision for that child's life. If that's the path they want to go down, it's like choosing a fucking sport. You can do what you want to do.
No, it's not!
You can do what you want to do?
No, it's not! You go play a sport, you quit, nothing changes. You cut off your dick, you can't glue it back on.
And you know Nick Merckx is here. A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one.
This guy's a brick, man. This guy's a brick. I thought he was smarter than this, man.
Of course led to some embarrassingly dog arguments. Like the one I've seen people reference a couple times is when I briefly mentioned sports in this topic. It was a stupid point to try and make. I was getting hit by like some rebound psychic damage listening to some of the drivel brain rot that Sneako was spouting about the age of consent. And I don't know why I thought this was like an argument to try and make, but I brought...
When I say he lost, I don't mean like, oh, what a loser, Sneako cooked him, what a L bozo. No. He lost, and that's fine. It's no big deal losing a debate. Honestly, Charlie was primed up as this unstoppable force, and all of a sudden, apparently he met an immovable object, and the internet went crazy. There's like hundreds of videos talking about how critikal owned somebody. He lost. It was Sneako. Sneako's points were really bad, and he just flat out lost. Flopped the debate. It was bad. If you're gonna take anything from this video is if you ever see a Sneako clip on your timeline or on the internet and you're getting a little bit mad, just slap yourself on the shoulder and realize he's a provocateur. That's his goal, and he's got you.
So, yeah, this was a lot to go over here, but I hope this has cleared everything up, and yeah, that's really about it. So, yeah.